Hey, everybody. Guess what time it is? It's another episode of the BPA Show. I'm your host, Mr. Boggins, and this is the other host,
Coach Pat.
Coach Pat. You got to say it with more emphasis. You got to say it. I'll try it again. Try it again. Go.
It's Coach Pat.
Coach, your voice just got slightly deeper. That's all that.
You see that? Run the damn ball.
That's what makes a good coach. You don't. That usually makes from a defensive coach that's becoming a head coach. It's just like run the damn ball.
I would wear this hat during like for a charity game. I wore it for a charity game, and during those games you don't have a lot of time to like really put an offense together. So anytime the quarterback would look over to the sideline and be like, "What's the play?" There's
you
play.
Gotta do
Figure it out.
Just
figure it out. I don't.
To someone who's better.
Stay in the same formation, but just run the damn ball.
I like it. All right, everybody. Well, we're almost here. It's almost time. It is a week away. The NFL draft is a week away. My body is ready. My body is ready. We have put out there as well that we are going to be hosting a live episode as normal on Thursdays. We're going to start a little bit earlier at 5 o'clock. We are going to be running it with some of the players from the LTB show, the Let's Talk Broncos podcast, and maybe some special guests. Maybe.
Ooh, maybe some special guests.
So put on your tack it on your notification on your calendar, and come and hang out. 5 o'clock draft day, baby.
I'll have my pancakes ready to go. It's draft day. You gotta be a pancake eating motherfucker on draft day. So I'm excited, man. This is probably the first draft in the last few years that I'm excited because I have no idea what is going to happen. There's going to be so many curveballs, and it's like an underwhelming draft class. So it's like, what's going to happen? This is like what is that 2014 class? With, that's what this feels like. It really is.
It's one of those weird ones where you can't really blame any team for a lot of choices they will make because you are not sure either.
Yeah, exactly.
You're never you're never certain, but a lot of the times you at least have a decent idea. And this year, there's a lot of like players where you're kind of like, could be, could not be. I don't know. We'll see. But today we're gonna do our final mock draft. Pat is going to start it off with the first overall pick, and then I'm going to jump in. There will be trades. Everything we predict today will actually happen in the NFL draft. That's how it works because that's what we do. We are magicians, psychics, and lovers.
Pause on that.
Okay.
Yeah, we've already notified the NFL league offices that this is exactly how the draft is going to go. No ifs, ands, or buts. Like Boggin said, unlike previous mock drafts that we've done, there are going to be trades in this. We will be talking about those trades and just kind of why maybe we're going to be trading in that scenario. I feel like trades and mock drafts early on in the draft process are kind of ridiculous because it's like, we don't know. Trades this close to a mock draft, it's like, hey, mate, like this could possibly happen. We've already had one trade a big trade happen. First overall pick, Carolina traded with Chicago. So with that being said, the Carolina Panthers are on the clock. Boggins, could you bring up our beautiful draft board?
See, it's not copyright. I changed that last.
Do not strike us.
I changed the last note. I'm a professional.
For this mock draft, we are going to be using the Draft Network mock draft machine. Thank you to the folks over at the Draft Network. Sponsor us, please. So,
with the first overall pick, the Carolina Panthers. That's what Roger Goodell should change his voice to. He's like, with the first overall pick, the Carolina Panthers will be snagging. Why'd you mute yourself? Unmute yourself.
I didn't mean to. I accidentally knocked.
You just had some great expression happening.
I got too hyped and I got my mic. Okay. Go ahead and start the clock. So we'll have 2 minutes on the clock. And then we can pause it to discuss the pick. So Carolina Panthers trade for the first overall pick. They sent DJ Moore, the ninth pick, and like a couple other picks over to Chicago. And with this pick, they are going to take the quarterback of the future, Bryce Young from Alabama. Beautiful. Go ahead and pause that draft clock for me, Boggy.
Paused.
So I feel like right now consensus is Bryce Young is going to go first overall. There were a lot of discussions over the last few weeks. Is it going to be CJ Stroud? Is it going to be Anthony Richardson? Apparently internally they were torn. The coaching staff didn't know what to do. Bryce Young, size, whatever.
Doesn't matter.
It does not matter. He makes plays happen, and he does it surgically. Probably the highest football IQ of any quarterback in this class, even with his small stature and small size. Incredibly accurate with his passes, incredibly accurate over the middle. I mean, he can escape the pocket with the best of them, faces pressure extremely well, and knows how to maneuver the pocket inside and out. I think he is probably, of these quarterbacks, he's probably the most complete quarterback in this class. Yes, people are going to knock him for his size. They're going to be concerned about his injury. Is he going to get hurt because he's so tiny? Is he going to be able to see over his offensive lineman? That I hate all of that. I hate all of those excuses. The kid can play ball. Bryce Young, you're a Carolina Panther.
I love it. And does he show up to the Manning Passing Academy? Would he show up?
Would he?
All right. And we don't even need to start the clock for this. We could just talk. All right. So now up the Houston Texans. Now everybody keeps talking about it. Everybody's like, no, the Texans aren't going to take a quarterback because D'Amico Ryans says they don't need a savior. But by golly, you sure do need a quarterback that can play well in this league in order to win some games. You know what I mean? So as much as I love Will Anderson, I just don't see how you're going to ride the year out with Davis Mills. Like, that's your guy. Like, I don't know. I don't think that's you're trying to change something in Houston right now, right? D'Amico Ryans came in. The Houston Texan fans are as excited as they've been in a long time. They love the hire. Get yourself the face of the franchise. And I'm sorry, but even when JJ Watt was there, it didn't really change a whole ton with that team. And even if Will Anderson can get to that level, which is also, that's a high level, it's not a game changer, right? CJ Stroud might be that guy. Yeah. So I am going to go with CJ Stroud here. Okay. I like CJ Stroud. I think he is not the most mobile. I click it. I clicked it already.
You might have to unpause it.
Oh, that's dumb. It is. All right. Not the most mobile in the world, but he did show a bit more mobility in the college playoffs. Yeah. And just went off against Georgia. So if he can play like that in the NFL, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, I think either Stroud or Levis are going to be that quarterback option. I know they were looking at Jimmy G before he was traded to Vegas. So they're looking for a quarterback that can kind of play in that Shanahan style system. I think CJ Stroud could play in that system. I think he's mobile enough to play in that system. Will Levis played in a style of that system at Kentucky with Scangarello. So I think if they do go quarterback, the rumor is that they don't want to take a quarterback, but I think that might be just blowing smoke. I think Stroud is not a terrible choice there at all. So that brings us to the Arizona Cardinals. My Arizona Cardinals. Oh my! There is a trade. There is a trade. Okay, so for this trade, Indianapolis is going to be looking to add a quarterback in this class, and they don't want to get jumped by anybody. Is Arizona going to take a quarterback? No. Kyler Murray just blew out his knee. Okay, he's busy playing with the Little Tykes rehab set right now. Okay, they're probably going to wait if they want to take a quarterback. They'll probably take one in the later rounds. Right now, you just want to get as many picks as possible. So Arizona is going to trade down for the 4th pick and the 35th pick. And Indianapolis is going to take the 3rd pick. With that pick, the Indianapolis Colts are going to select Anthony Richardson, quarterback from Florida. Woo! I think this is a fantastic. Oh my gosh. They're evaluating.
Except.
Yeah, whatever. Fine. Great. Fantastic. Okay. Anthony Richardson, tools. Okay. Uber athletic, big quarterback, has shown that he understands how to read defenses. Go back. I implore everybody, when you're crying and griping about me taking Anthony Richardson at 3, go back and watch his game against Georgia. Tell me how many times he hit the hole shot against a cover 2 rotating coverage. Go look at that. They ran bench probably 3rd down. They bench is their go-to play. And for those who don't understand what bench is, when you're on the short side of the field, outside has a go, inside has about 5 to 7 yard out. That's what we would call bench. Okay. Watch Anthony Richardson's eyes and tell me that he doesn't understand how to read coverages while in the pocket. I think that this dude is going to be fantastic for Shane Steichen. I think he's going to be exactly what the Indianapolis Colts want. He's going into a great situation there. Young receivers, all-pro running back, a decent offensive line. They still need to fix some stuff up, and a coach who knows how to work with athletic quarterbacks. Look at what Steichen was able to do with a guy like Jalen Hurts. Come on. You're setting them up for success.
Love it. Highest ceiling, not even a question. Probably the most athletic player in this entire draft.
Yeah, easily.
Gotta love it. Got to swing on it. Got to swing on the traits. I love it. All right, now the Cardinals are up, but the Cardinals are like getting a ton of calls, and they're from other teams who just, you know what, we want a quarterback as well, and we have our guy still on the board.
Yeah.
It's so much happening.
Should we go into the war room real quick?
Yeah, let's sneak into the. Can we sneak into the war room real quick? The
Tennessee
Cardinals
Titans are on the line. Tennessee Titans are on the line.
Are gonna switch with the Arizona Cardinals. They're going to get that and that. Listen, we're not going to go through the logistics of this. All right. They can do that on the phone on actual day. We're just telling them what's going to happen. And then I have to do this crap. Stay on the line. Yeah, no problem. I'll stay on the line and accept it. Look at me go.
Yeah.
Stupid.
So the other part of this, though, we did talk about this yesterday. The other part of this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
When we were chatting about this, we said, okay, Arizona, their roster right now, awful. Their quarterbacks, Colt McCoy, David Blau, and who's the other one that you said?
Jeff Driscoll.
Jeff Driscoll, who just signed there. If Tennessee's trading up for a quarterback, they've got Ryan Tannehill. They can't really move him. That's a lot of money to move. Send Malik Willis to Arizona. Give him a fresh start. Give that head coach someone young to work with. Worst case scenario, you trade Malik Willis to Arizona. Now you have your backup to Kyler. And then when the time comes when you want to get rid of Kyler, maybe Malik Willis has progressed enough to where he can actually play in the NFL.
Yep. And just like sports nonsense whiskey is saying, Arizona can move back and get a ton of picks. And then next year with their trash roster, just like float into that number 1 spot. And now they can also get rid of Kyler Murray for more picks while also picking up Caleb Williams.
Yeah. That's
know what I mean?
Move. That's the move, man.
That's the move.
And then you have Malik Willis as your backup quarterback.
Yeah.
I think it's a win-win. I think that's a win-win.
And I think Malik still has some stuff. I mean, like you threw him into the fire his very first season in a couple, like just stop it.
He would, if he were to get traded to Arizona today, he would have it already. He would have a better receiving core than what he had in Tennessee all year.
True.
Yeah.
True that.
Okay. So who are the Titans taking with that 4th pick though, Boggy?
And they're taking Will Levis. I should have said it earlier when I clicked on it, but I didn't. They are taking Will Levis. They need a quarterback, obviously. And who better than a bigger, stronger Ryan Tannehill? Athletic, can eat bananas like nobody's business. Obviously had a lot of consistency issues, but has worked in more pro style systems with Scangarello in Kentucky. I think he'll be able to fit in there very nicely. And with Derrick Henry still there for now, takes a lot of pressure off him. Run to Dambo. Run to Dambo.
All he's got to do.
Now on the clock, the Seahawks. Now the Seahawks are real excited here.
Yeah, Seahawks are stoked. So John Schneider, they need a pass rusher, man. They need a pass rusher. They've picked up some guys that are good rotational pass rushers in Boye Mafe and Darrell Taylor. They still have Nwosu. Don't you dare. Don't you. Yeah, find me the running back from like Appalachian State. That's the one we're going to take.
The Levelston from SMU.
Perfect. No, the Seattle Seahawks with the 5th overall pick, they're going to take Will Anderson Jr. I think this would be a no-brainer. Just a freak of an athlete, a solid pass rusher, good run defender, still has room to grow and add to his pass rush abilities. But this is a guy, he's remained healthy. Even in a down year, he still was one of the most dominant players, dominant edge rushers in college football. I think that this is a big get for the Seahawks at 5.
All right, moving on to the Detroit Lions. Now, the Detroit Lions are also sitting pretty because a guy is still on the board who has a lot of off-season stuff going on, obviously, with the death of his buddy, a couple friends in the dumb road racing accident. Well, young kids do dumb things, and I don't think that's going to push him super far down the list. Also, people making a big deal about his 8-pound gain in the combine, and I don't see it. Lions are going to be taking Jalen freaking Carter. Holy crap! Where's Jalen?
How go to IDL? You're an edge.
Oh, my bad. I didn't go back to. Okay, it's at the top. Makes sense. Okay, Jalen Carter.
Yeah,
to the Detroit Lions. Him with Aiden Hutchinson and Wazarike. Hopefully is or no, yeah. I don't know. Is it Unzarike? Uzarike. Hopefully his back stuff gets figured out and he can actually stay healthy. And then you got yourself just a lot of fun up front.
Yeah. I think that's a good spot for him. You know, you're putting him with a former NFL player in Dan Campbell and someone who's gone through a lot of stuff himself. I think it's a good spot. Yeah, good spot.
The Raiders.
All right. So the Vegas Raiders, they got a lot of issues. They're rumored to be looking at a quarterback. If CJ in the real draft, if CJ Stroud isn't taken at 2, the Raiders are one of the teams that are allegedly looking into him. But he's gone. He's gone here. Christian Gonzalez, you are a Raider. They need help in the secondary, and Christian Gonzalez is our consensus cornerback 1. He's smooth. He's got length. He's an intellectual player. He can play press if he needs to. He can play off if he needs to. I think he's probably one of the most complete cornerbacks that we've seen in a while. He's not going to jam you. He's not going to jam you at the line of scrimmage, but he plays press with great technique. They just shipped off Jeff Okudah. I think this is a fit. Or sorry, not Jeff Okudah. That was the Lions. The Raiders just need a cornerback one, and Christian Gonzalez is that dude.
Yep. All they really have else is Nate Hobbs. That's really they have one of the worst secondaries in the league. Morig is kind of their safety hasn't really.
They did just sign Duke Shelley. They still have Amik Robertson, but again, no clear cornerback one.
No, that's not great. Yeah. Okay. And then now on to the Falcons. Who have loaded up quite a bit, actually, this offseason, and it has been very impressive. I like a lot of what they've done in free agency. They've sneakily loaded up a ton with Animata and Calais Campbell, Bud Dupree. They're putting names in there, which is nice. Nice to see them actually giving some sort of effort. Whether or not they go with Desmond Ridder fully will be seen, but who knows? Maybe they will just play him out and then get one of the quarterbacks next year, or maybe they'll later on get Hendon Hooker or something. Who knows? But for now, they're just going to add to that pass rush in one Tyree Wilson.
I like it.
Mr. Tyree Wilson is an absolute beast, absolute freak. Didn't test, but which some people think might move him down the board a little bit. I don't think so. I think he's just an absolute freak, and we'll see what happens. But I love him on that line with like Bud Dupree and Lorenzo Carter. It just gives you an opportunity for him to be in rotation there and really work up to be a premium pass rusher on that team.
I saw someone compare him to LJ Collier the other day, and I was just like, I didn't see that. I don't see that at all. I see a guy who's way more explosive, still can grow, and he's like big enough that he can play inside, but like he's also fast enough so he can play outside. So I think that this would be a great pick for Atlanta. They've been needing someone like him. So Bears. So Bears need to protect Justin Fields.
Yeah.
We're going to give him his old teammate, Paris Johnson Jr. Just a very fluid offensive lineman. He's strong when he needs to be. He's powerful.
Yep.
Good pass sets. Really good footwork, honestly. Very patient, though. Very patient, and uses his power when he needs to. I think that this would be a great fit. He's going to have that chemistry with Justin Fields already. Throw him in there.
Yeah, one of the most teched up of this group, and like not just on the field, like he is a legitimate good person. Already has his own foundation. Like I think he has multiple foundations. He's going to be a great player on any team, just not just on the field, but off the field as well. So I'm super excited to see his career. I wish he would get a little bit stronger. He's not like your big run. Your big run blocking threat. He's more of a kind of like a Charles Cross from last year that went out.
Okay,
like a little more, definitely more in the pass, definitely more of a pass pro ace than he is in the run game. But he's my tackle one in this class for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
On to the Eagles, and I'm up again, and the Eagles are going to do what people don't want to admit that they're going to do.
Oh, no.
And I already love this roster. Okay. You understand me? They already have weapons on offense outside of one position, pretty much. AJ Brown is a stud. Devontae Smith is a stud. You need yourself a stud in the backfield to open up the field more and just repeat, go into the Super Bowl and actually finish.
You better pick it.
And I think we all know who we're talking about. That's Mr. Bijan Robinson. Did I click on it? Did it work?
I think you ran out of time though.
Did I? It
Yeah.
still picked
I
it,
think
right?
you gave it gave it to the Cardinals, I believe.
No way.
Yeah.
What did it do? Hold on, let's see. That'd be hilarious.
Go to all or show drafted.
Show
Click that.
drafted. I should have practiced more with.
Click the show drafted box.
Ooh, there it is.
Oh, Miles Murphy went to the Eagles and the Cardinals got Bijan.
Sure. Let's go Miles. Let's go Miles Murphy now.
So,
all right. So I'll learn to pause the actual thing on here.
So in this mock, the Eagles would get Bijan because they need a running back.
Mm-hmm.
That's simple and plain. They need a running back. And who better than the best running back in the class? The Cardinals pick, which would be my pick, is Joey Porter Jr., the cornerback from Penn State.
I'm just trying to figure out how to get back without erasing the whole thing. That's what I'm trying to do.
Fine. We'll just go forward and we'll freestyle it.
Yep, sounds good. Here we go.
Okay.
No, that's not it. Go for it.
Atlanta wants to make a trade.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hang on. Fuck it. All right.
We're going with it.
Hang on. Show me the clock. Show me the board. Show me the board.
That's what I was trying to figure out how to get back to. I hate Draft Network. This has been real bad.
It's fine. Okay. It looks like Houston is on the clock now.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead. Houston, you're at 12.
Okay. Got it. Houston. Houston is actually going to. What'd you do? Did we already get the Cardinals? You picked Joey Porter?
Yeah, Cardinals will take Joey Porter there.
All right.
Even though it's Bijan and Miles Murphy.
Yep.
It's fine.
Okay. So the Houston Texans. I really think the Houston Texans need someone opposite of Derek Stingley, really to be that extraordinary boundary corner up on the opposite side. And I have been loving this player for a long time. I have been talking about this player for a long time. It's not who you think.
Okay.
Are
you about to throw a curve?
Are
you about to throw a curveball?
I'm about to throw a curve because we're doing nothing but curves now since it doesn't work. And that is going to be Devin Witherspoon. I am throwing Devin Witherspoon into Houston because I believe he's going to be an absolute stud corner. Him and Derek Stingley out there will just really solidify the secondary.
That'll be a tough. Oh, that would be really tough. Both are really good press guys. That would be a fun little duo there in Houston. Well, if you don't,
how do I get back?
hit the top left corner.
I did, and it says, "Do you want to leave?" And I don't want to leave, man. I'm telling you that right now. I don't want to leave.
Is there anything at the bottom?
Nothing. Hey, if whoever made this mock simulator is in the comments right now, go jump off a high dive into a pool full of not good things. How about that?
Well, that's fine.
Told you. All right, let's just move on to the Jets, which everyone knows where the Jets are going to go.
Just fuck it. Just click it back.
Who
cares?
Yeah, here we go. All right, just talk about the Jets real quick. I'll get this set up.
All right. So the Jets have some big questions on their offensive line. Is their left tackle going to be healthy enough to play this season? The rest of their line is not bad. It's really like on paper, it's not terrible. You've got Elijah Vera Tucker. Max Mitchell has played fine. They bring over Laken Tomlinson. Vesh Schweitzer is their center. But is Mekhi Becton going to be healthy? They've got Bag of Bones, Dwayne Brown as the backup left tackle. Max Mitchell, I guess he'll be fine. Let's bring in someone who's going to bring some nasty. Let's bring in someone who's going to bring some oomph to the offensive line. And that is going to be Mr. Darnell Wright from Tennessee. Talk about nasty.
Wow.
Talk about nasty.
Wow, that's him jumping all the way up there. I know. The hype is real. The hype is real. I get it.
The hype is real. Is 13 a little bit high for Wright? Probably to a lot of people, but I think this is going to be one of those drafts where we see teams overreaching for the guys that they want. If you got a guy, you're going to take a guy. And I think that Darnell Wright's style,
if you want a guy, you're going to take a dude.
Yeah, his style, his attitude, I think it fits what the Jets are trying to do. Granted, if they trade this 13th pick to Green Bay, that's going to make things a little bit tough as part of that Aaron Rodgers trade. But if they keep 13 and they draft Darnell Wright, now you've got extra protection for Aaron Rodgers. Everyone's happy. Jets. Yets.
Dude, I don't even know what the Jets are gonna do. What do you like? What are they even gonna do with that pick? Like, when is it even gonna happen? Are the Packers gonna get what they want?
I don't know. It's tough to say, because is Green Bay's asking price too high? Now that we know that Trey Lance is really available, could the Jets turn around and say, you know what? We'll just give San Francisco the 13th pick, because they don't have a first round pick or a second round pick this year. So the 13th pick and one of their 2 seconds, maybe that's enough to get Trey Lance into New York. I don't know. That would be kind of crazy, though. Trey Lance and Zach Wilson. Imagine the dynamic.
Just chaos.
Imagine the dynamic in the locker room. That'd be absolutely insane.
You're right. It would be. I am almost back to that. What'd you say it gave?
It was
no, that's Tyree Wilson. And then Bears. Okay.
Bears was
Skoronski. Someone in the comments tell us what we got. Paris Johnson. I do
Paris Johnson.
And then that was accidentally Miles Murphy. I lied to everybody.
This was
Bijan. Yeah, it's Bijan. That's what I was trying to say the whole time. It's Bijan. Yeah. That's what I was trying to click. Didn't work that way.
And then this one was Joey Porter.
And then we are going with Devon Witherspoon here. We're almost back on track.
Sorry about this.
Yeah. Let's see. Darnell Wright. We're just recapping at this point.
Yeah. All right. And now we're at 14. We're all caught up.
All caught up. I'm never using this mock simulator again. Okay.
Fix your shit.
All right. So the Patriots could go a lot of different ways, in all honesty. Do they even like Mac Jones anymore? Like, Mac Jones is super sad that he doesn't have his sick offensive coordinator and Matt Patricia anymore. He's with the Eagles now, and it's just a super big bumskis. You know what I mean?
This is the actual recording of the phone call that Bill Belichick had with a unknown NFL GM this offseason.
Hey, listen. I don't like this Mac kid anymore. I just don't like him.
Yeah.
How does 2 first-round picks sound for Mac Jones? He's the greatest. He's mini Tom Brady.
I feel like some of the people would have given that up during his draft. I feel like there were the certain truthers that were just like, "Oh my God, Mac Jones."
Remember when it was the Niners are trading up to take Mac Jones?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Good times. And then they drafted a guy who's barely played. It's awesome.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it. The Patriots are actually.
You got 15 seconds.
Going. I got. Thank you. Dear God, it almost. I keep forgetting about the timer. Oh,
thank you, Ray.
Ray.
Thank you, Ray.
You're on it. You're on it, my dude. Thank you so much. The Patriots are actually going to take.
Oh, I threw you a curveball there. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, you're good. I think they're actually going to get Peter Skoronski.
Yeah, I mean they need a tackle.
Yeah, they do.
They need a tackle. Skoronski is from Northwestern, so
I will catch up here.
Skoronski is from Northwestern, so that's a school that a guy like Bill Belichick would respect.
Mm-hmm.
If you've watched our show, you know how we feel about Skoronski. I wish him all the best at tackle.
Yeah, no, they signed Reef this offseason. I'm not super high on Riley Reef, especially at tackle. It gives you more flexibility. Like Skoronski gives you a lot of flexibility where you can either move him aside. I think he was even recruited as a center out of high school, so it's not like he hasn't played center before as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, could play on the inside. His under 33 arms is definitely the cause of concern there, but I think it gives you a lot of versatility to protect your non-mobile quarterback.
Yeah, and you drafted Cole Strange last year. Everybody was freaking out about that pick. Did it just do it again?
Yeah. So let's see what
just hit pause. Just hit pause.
Who'd they pick? It didn't even say. I'm not going to show drafted. I'm not going to do it.
Go to my picks.
My picks. The Green Bay Packs. Whoever they picked, that's what we're going to go with, though.
Yeah, that's fine.
It picked. Ah, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's actually fine. Yeah. Yeah. What? Yeah. I mean, Ryan Bresee, really, really large athletic human. The injury concerns. Yeah. Like, is he going to be able to stay healthy in the NFL? But he was dealing with a lot of stuff in his personal life in the last couple of years. So that probably affected him on the field. But I think that this would be a fine pick for Green Bay. They're looking for help on their front seven for sure. So it was either this or an edge player that will not be named, possibly at the top of the board. So moving on. The Commanders.
I swear to God. The Commanders are going to take my freaking boy, my biggest draft crush in this class. And listen, if you are a Commanders fan, everybody knows you want a cornerback.
Yeah.
Straight up. You guys need a cornerback outside of Kendall Fuller. Sure. Benjamin St. Just. Yeah. You need to shore up that secondary. And you're going Deontay Banks out of Maryland. Like I said, my draft crush in this class.
He's really shot up.
Been talking about, oh my gosh, dude. I've been talking about him for a really long time now.
Months.
And I just a lot, mainly one of the things which is funny is his size was nice. Him being 6'2", recorded everywhere 6'2", and then going to the combine and then testing out at 6. Not great, but still bigger than some of the other quarterbacks in this class, which is fine. And his tech is absolutely insane. His smoothest hips in the world, like absolute butter. I think he's going to be a super, super solid cornerback at the next level.
Yeah, he's got that the closing speed. He really does. If he loses a receiver in coverage, he can track him down really well. Plays through the ball, plays through the hands. Love to see it. He's very technically sound. That'd be an awesome. It'd be awesome to see him go this high. It'd be awesome to see him go this high. So, Steelers. The Steelers. There's a lot of questions going on in Pittsburgh, but the main thing is they feel like they have their guy in Kenny Pickett. Is he the guy? Maybe.
Sure.
The offensive line was not great, and it affected the run game as well. We're going to give the Steelers a little bit of offensive line help here. Broderick Jones, offensive tackle, Georgia. Yes, he's a little bit raw, but man, he is a big athlete. He works well in space. Fun blocker to see on those sweep toss plays. You get him out on the screen for Najee Harris. Oh, it's going to be nasty. Someone's face mask is going to be full of turf.
I don't remember what game it was, but he took 3 dudes with him into the end zone.
I want to say it was
called out and just kind of like put his arms out and it's just like, no, you, and you. Like, just got in their way.
I want to say it was either Clemson or Oregon. He dominated in the Oregon game.
He's one of those guys that's like a big, strong dude that I think has gotten better with his tech. Did not start out super great with it. When he would start losing a bit, he would bring his head in to really give oomph in it. And I think that might be just like a base issue. Like his technique wasn't letting himself anchor the way properly he should have been. And so he would kind of just like put his head into it like shit and just like push as hard as he can. And that's something you can get teched up in. And I think he's just an absolute specimen. So
Georgia offensive linemen have played really well these last couple of years, and he's no different. So
all right,
on to the Lions.
Lions second pick. I'm like every time I push any button, I am nervous now. You
better be careful with that.
What do we do? Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out like because he's still on the board. So this is who we originally had somewhere, but not anymore. So guess what? Mr. Miles Murphy, you are a Detroit Lion. The Detroit Lions love how Miles Murphy fell all the way down to him. Miles Murphy is going to be very solid in this defense. Put him at 3 tech and watch him fly. I think you have a lot of good potential with Aiden Hutchinson on the opposite side.
And now Jalen Carter too. Disgusting.
Good luck.
That's going to be one of the toughest. That is going to be one of the toughest defensive fronts.
I just think that with the opportunity there, like if he falls to you,
either one of those 2 choices that we had. I mean, they're going to add a really good pass rusher in this class, and it's going to be nuts.
I mean, it's pretty much going to be like the 49ers when they had their like premier front. That's what this is going to be. And that, I mean, you can't help a defense out any more than getting pressured any which way.
All right, let's move on to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A lot of question marks in the secondary, a lot of question marks on the offensive side of the ball too. Baker Mayfield is now the quarterback in Tampa Bay for now. Are they going to add an offensive lineman here? A wide receiver, a corner, a safety? Brian Branch from Alabama. Do-it-all DB, one of Boggan's favorite DBs in this class. I think that this is you're adding to the secondary. Now you have him and Antoine Winfield Jr., and they just brought over Ryan Neal from Seattle as well. So Brian Branch kind of gives you that guy. You can play him in the slot. You can play him deep. You can play him in man coverage. I think that this is a home run.
Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the Seahawks pick. We're chilling here, and they're just like, you know what? We might be just getting a friggin' phone call.
Who is it? Who's on the phone? Pick up the phone.
A team who is looking up at the teams in front of him like, oh, shoot, we all need the same position.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't going to have it. So the Seahawks are going to be making a trade here. And I'm
Who's it gonna
seeing
be?
there right there
Who's it gonna be?
with the where are they? Minnesota Vikings.
Oh,
All right. So the Seahawks have other needs that I think they can wait on. The Vikings, however, need someone to match up with Justin Jefferson to get some heat off him. Like obviously they lost Adam Thielen, big problem. But now
KJ Osborne is still there.
KJ Osborne is not. He is a jag. He is just another guy. He is okay. But I think what you're going to get here is more ceiling.
Yeah.
With a Mr. Jackson Smith and Jigba. Unpause. Jackson Smith and Jigba. Pause. Now you have two route running aces between Justin Jefferson and Jackson Smith and Jigba. Good golly, good luck. Kirk Cousins, for as long as he's going to be there in the foreseeable future, is going to have some weapons to play with those two, Osborne, Hawkinson, and maybe Dalvin
Cook. Probably not. Yeah, I think JSN is probably the most versatile receiver as far as routes, as far as understanding how to get open in coverage. He's a surefire wide receiver. Is he going to be your outside deep ball threat? No. He is more of your technical, middle of the field, boundary type of guy. You know he's going to be there on his breaks. You know he's going to catch the ball. I think this, if you're the Vikings and you're looking for a wide receiver, move up a couple spots, because these next few teams are also going to be looking for a wide receiver. And so that leads us to the Los Angeles Chargers. They still have Mike Williams. They still have Keenan Allen, but Keenan Allen.
how much longer? And Mike Williams can't stay healthy to save his life.
Yeah, Mike Williams, great deep ball threat, great 50-50 ball threat. Got to stay healthy. Keenan Williams. Keenan Williams he might be. Keenan Allen getting older. Let's bring in another weapon for Justin Herbert. Give me Boggy, our wide receiver one. Our wide receiver one. Mr. Zay Flowers from Boston College. Probably the sexiest route runner in this class.
Sexiest.
Footwork on fleek. Great after the catch. Size limitations, sure. But you know who he reminds me a lot of? Emmanuel Sanders.
Ooh,
I think that he is a beefed up Emmanuel Sanders. Great route runner. You can play him inside or outside. This is a slam dunk pick for the Chargers. Give Justin Herbert an electric weapon, man. Isn't that crazy? Matches electric.
It's super crazy. No, I absolutely love Zay Flowers. He is like a little mini gadget / not like he reminds me more of like a Debo style.
Hey, he's thick as
that's what I'm saying. He's smaller, obviously, like height wise, but his frame, he is a thick dude, and he is everything you wanted Jalen Reagor to be. Oops.
Damn, that's cool.
Ravens are like sitting back here like, hey bro, what the fuck? We want a receiver, but luckily with Todd Monken now on the staff, and Todd Monken not necessarily being a super big fan of all the types of receivers that the Ravens just had in the past, with a bunch of speedy dudes, he kind of likes his little bit bigger guys. So we are gonna go with the Mr. I'm falling like crazy for some reason.
Go ahead and scroll up. Scroll up.
Sweet. No, did I miss him?
Yeah.
Oh, it's right at the top. That's crazy. Quentin Johnson. Gordon Johnston out of TCU. Big receiver, 6'3", 6'4".
I believe 6'4".
A lot more nimble than you would think a big receiver like him is. My favorite part about him is this quick twitch move where as soon as he catches the ball, he twitches and spins around and just kind of hopefully feels, kind of senses where the DB is and goes, and then he's gone. Like he's always that quick twitch. Kind of that part reminds me a lot of Jerry Jeudy, where he's just like that first move that's just like good luck. And then he also has the size to match, not like super, not big frame wise, but
6'2",
6'2",
208.
Yeah, not huge frame wise, but he is solid contested catch threat that I think the Ravens.
I don't know if he's as good of a contested catch guy. I think he's definitely that yak guy though.
Solid though. I didn't say like elite.
Yeah, he needs to work on it a little bit, but I think if you're going into the type of system that Monken is going to run, and you do keep Lamar, I mean, now you've got Bateman, Lamar, and Odell. There's going to be a lot of slants, so that's going to lead to a lot of yak. So
it's going to be a lot of slants.
All right, Seahawks are on the clock at 23. We have to get going. Seahawks
24.
Sorry, yes. The Miami thing is just messing me up. Okay, so they trade down with Minnesota. Do they want to take a receiver here? I feel like a lot of people really, really want the Seahawks to take a receiver, but they need to add another defensive lineman. So we're gonna go with Mr. Kalijah here.
Yeah,
we're gonna go with Kalijah.
Yeah, we are.
You know, he's a guy that's risen up a lot. Violent, quick hands. That is how you win. That is how you win in the trenches, my friends. Leverage and violent, quick hands. Kalijah Kancey has both. Seattle Seahawks would love this dude.
Him, Draymond, Nwosu. Oh man, let's go.
Let's Anderson go. Now.
Oh yeah, I forgot they got Will Anderson too. Sweet mother of God. Yeah. What a we're just building up these crazy ass fronts. The Jaguars are on the clock, and you know what? I think they just got a call.
Oh.
But from who? The Jacksonville Jaguars have gotten a call from
the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs, the Super Bowl champions. They're sitting there at 31, and they're saying, hey, we just lost Juju. There's still a receiver on the board. We're gonna move up a few spots. So they trade a first and a third. They get 24. Boggins. Who are they taking at 24?
Yeah. The Jacksonville Jaguars, after trading, and are so happy that they just collected some picks. And the Chiefs, who are now up there, who are so sad that they lost Juju Smith-Schuster. And we did this already. And his name of the speed, I don't know, one of their million speed guys. I can't believe I forget his name right now. You know what I'm talking about.
Jordan Addison. Jordan Addison from USC. That is who we have the Chiefs trading up to get. Add another threat.
I was talking about who they lost, not who they're getting.
Oh man, we still haven't figured that out.
Yeah, what's his name? Why am I forgetting his name right now?
If you remember his name, leave him in the comments.
Who did the Chiefs the speedy?
Oh my God.
Anyways, let's finish this thing.
Moving on. The Giants. Oh, the Giants. Give Daniel Jones some offensive line help. Mecole Hardman. That's who we're thinking of.
Mecole Hardman. Thank God. Thank you for that.
Thank God. The Giants, give Daniel Jones some help. You just paid him. Give him some offensive line help. We're going to give them Osiris Torrance, probably the best guard, probably the best true guard in this class. He is a thick boy, and he is powerful, and he did not allow a sack in his college career. That's insane to me. And he played at Florida with Anthony Richardson. Go figure. Give Daniel Jones some protection. Osiris Torrance would fit right in there. Give him a nasty running lanes for Saquon Barkley if he signs that franchise. So yeah, Osiris Torrance to the Giants. Cowboys are on the clock though. Jerry.
Cowboys are on the clock. Jerry Jones is sitting in his yacht. And the Cowboys are like,
still got the trade button up. They ain't trading. They ain't trading this.
Oh, they're not trading this. They're not trading this. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, Cowboys fans. They already have Michael Gallup. They have CeeDee Lamb. They just got Brandon Cooks. You know what they really need after losing Dalton Schultz is another offensive lineman.
Oh my!
That's what they need.
Yep.
And when I say offensive lineman, I mean an offensive lineman that can catch as well.
Got him.
Got him. Darnell Washington. Darnell Washington is an absolute beast. Huge, giant human being. Can do it all. A more athletic. Well,
I think.
Do I want to say that? I was going to compare him to Jelani Woods. It's close.
You just sent him to the Bills.
No, I didn't.
I think you just sent him to the Bills.
No, I did.
I hate this mock draft machine.
What the hell? Listen, guys, just know that things are happening.
Okay. The Cowboys take Darnell Washington.
Not Darnell Washington. What? Okay. Anyways, next time we're never using this mock draft machine again.
Never again.
Ever again. This is the worst.
Okay, the Bills on the clock. They took Jahmyr Gibbs, running back from Alabama.
Yeah.
Is Jahmyr Gibbs a first-round running back? Probably not to some people, but he's got the quickness, he's got the agility, he's got the contact balance, great receiver out of the backfield. Buffalo was looking into getting Alvin Kamara last season. Here's Alvin Kamara 2.0. Jahmyr Gibbs, you're a Buffalo Bill. Go win your Super Bowl.
Yeah. Why don't we just talk about it?
Yeah. We have it up.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll push it up in a sec. Up next is the Bengals, because the mock draft machine probably wouldn't do it right. The Bengals, you know, I had thought about running back here as well, just because Joe Mixon, who knows what's going to happen with that. And who knows what's going to happen with T. Higgins, because they were talking about trading him. I'm sure glad they didn't so far, because that is such a good dynamic duo, and especially when you are in a point where you can be in the Super Bowl again. Yeah. And so I think you add to those weapons, and I'm going to give them Michael Mayer out of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Because he's going to be I think he's going to be super, super, super solid tight end in this draft. I know there's a lot of talk about him, Kincaid, and Luke Musgrave and where they go, but I don't know. I'm still a Michael Mayer fan.
I saw a comp of Michael Mayer to Heath Miller, and I was like, okay, I would understand. Yeah. While you still have Joe Burrow in that window, give him as many weapons as possible.
Yeah. And
Michael Mayer would just add to that offense.
Mm-hmm.
So at 29, originally we had the Saints taking Brian Bresee from Clemson, but now who are my D linemen that are available right now, Buggy?
Your D linemen that are supposedly available right now are, I see it. Mozzie Smith, Siaka Ika, Gervin Dexter, Keanu Benton.
You know what? Let's go with Mozzie Smith. Let's go with Mozzie Smith, because I think that there's a good chance that his athleticism and his freakishness sneaks him into that first round conversation.
Mozzie Smith and Cameron Jordan are going to be
nasty.
Sexy. Number 30, Eagles. Nolan Smith. Simple as that. I kind of wondered whether or not he fit in the scheme at all, but he did pretty dang well in Georgia. So just give more passage to that monstrous roster of a front seven.
Way bigger than his frame. Very like sneaky powerful.
Mm-hmm.
So the 31st pick, technically the last pick of the first round, but the 31st pick, traded down from Kansas City. The Jacksonville Jaguars select Keely Ringo, cornerback from Georgia. I think just add to the secondary while you can. Add to the secondary. You get a pure athlete. You get a guy who's very instinctual and a guy who's becoming more aware of how to play in certain zone coverages and schemes and bait quarterbacks. I think that this is a good landing spot for Keely Ringo.
Love it. And then to kind of shore it up, Steelers also need a cornerback, and it's going to be very interesting at the end of this draft. And I've seen some fun mocks actually where people actually threw up what's his name here? Oh my gosh, dude. Kansas State. Why am I?
Julius Brents.
Thank you, Julius Brents. Julius Brents slid into the just because like at this point you're kind of like, do I like him? Emmanuel Forbes, Cam Smith.
Yeah, and Forbes is so light. He's like
light. One. I think he weighs 110. No.
Yeah.
Anyways, Cam Smith is actually who I put, just because I think he fits very well in the system. He is very feisty, loves to swing at them balls, the footballs. He's going to be great in this. He's going to be a great fit in the Pittsburgh Steelers. That is it. We messily did it. We kind of did.
Somehow.
We don't usually do this, but I will post on Twitter an actual list of what our picks were, because it was an absolute mess. I promise you, I will never use Draft Network Mock Simulator again. They did that beta for like however long, trying to work out all this, and it just made it worse. Awful. It was perfect last year. Boo.
Boo. Fix your shit.
Please hire us. No.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. So sorry about the mock draft machine, but tune in next week. Draft day. It's draft day. The LTB podcast, Let's Talk Broncos podcast. All of those fantastic people are going to be joining us live for our first round reaction. 5:00 Pacific time. Tune in.
All right, everybody. Like and subscribe. We love you all. We appreciate your patience. We appreciate you watching. We will see you next week.
Draft day.
Draft day, baby.